There's a place on the River Foyle which has been inaccessible and forgotten for decades. It's a place of natural beauty and a landscape which is steeped in internationally significant history. This place is home to some of the oldest oaks and veteran trees in the region, and Palladian architecture which is still standing after 250 years. The Boomhall estate was named after the boom, a barrier made of oaken chains placed along the River Foyle by King James II's army. Its purpose was to stop ships from providing aid to the city of Derry as it was under siege in 1689, and a decisive battle took place here. King James was moving through Ireland with a French army, gathering up an Irish army with the intention of crossing to Scotland to join with a Scottish army. His plan was to march on London to take back his throne from William and Mary. When the gates of Derry were closed to him, his plans of holding the north of Ireland and crossing to Scotland were stifled. King James lay siege to the city for 105 days. As King William's forces waited offshore at Inch Island and in the Foyle estuary, they received a letter from the city warning that the starving inhabitants couldn't hold out any longer and would have to surrender within the next few days. In a decisive battle, the Williamite forces sailed up the River Foyle, smashed through the boom at Boomhall, and opened the river to the Williamite ships. This was a devastating blow to King James. He would never recover after this point, and soon after, he fled to France after losing at the Battle of the Boyne during the course of his retreat. The breaking of the boom was therefore a defining moment in the establishment of parliamentary democracy, the rule of law, and the Bill of Rights in the British Constitution. What happened at Boomhall was a restatement of Magna Carta, giving citizens the right to choose their government and to hold it to account in a court of law. It was a protection of ordinary people against totalitarian regimes, and the foundation of a democratic system of government. Once these ideas were secured, they formed the blueprint for new societies across the Western world, and found their way into the constitutions of the USA, Australia, Canada, India, and many other nations affecting billions of people across the globe. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights owes much to what happened here. The events which happened on these banks of the River Foyle would have a profound impact upon the course of history in the newly emerging free world.